A girl who had been missing for 11 years suddenly stumbled onto the street. Worried bystanders didn't hesitate. They called an ambulance right away. The girl's name was Alice. 11 years ago, she was walking home when a small truck pulled up and kidnapped her, speeding away. Locked in the trunk, Alice soon lost consciousness. She was gone for 11 long years. In the ambulance, she kept repeating her name, Alice. When her mother, Gemma, heard the news that her daughter was back, tears filled her eyes. She told her husband, Sam, in disbelief. The whole family rushed to the hospital. On the hospital bed, the girl's skin was pale, drained of color. Sam noticed the tattoo on her arm and instantly knew she was his daughter. He remembered the heated fights they had over it back then. Now all of that seemed meaningless. Exhausted, Alice fell asleep. At midnight, she woke to find her family at her bedside, their emotions hard to read. The next day, she told the police everything about the kidnapping. For 11 years, Alice had suffered abuse and torment. Her father couldn't take it. He stepped outside to calm down, overwhelmed with pain. But the investigators didn't stop. They kept pressing Alice about another missing girl, Sophie. She, too, had been kidnapped by a yellow truck. Alice painfully admitted she knew Sophie. When she tried to escape, she thought about taking Sophie with her, but Sophie was too weak to move. Now she believed Sophie had no hope because Alice was so frail she couldn't give more details. Then the nurse came with bad news. Alice had stretch marks, proof she had once given birth. Alice begged to leave the hospital, but Gemma thought she should stay longer. Sam, however, quickly agreed to her request, hoping she could feel the warmth of home again. Police searched the woods along Alice's escape route, but found nothing. Eventually, Alice returned home. Her family watched her silently, waiting for her reaction. Seeing the photo of herself and her brother, everything felt strangely familiar. This was the home she had dreamed of for years. Gemma tried to ask Alice about the baby, but Alice firmly denied it, insisting she never had one. Confused, Gemma took her to the bedroom. Sam gently asked if he could hug her, but when he felt her stiff body, his heart ached even more. Gemma told him to rest. Alice stayed silent, listening as her parents quietly left the room. Once they were gone, Alice ran her fingers along the room, a faint, almost invisible smile appearing on her face. Late that night, Gemma checked in to see if Alice was asleep, and her heart broke. After years of captivity, Alice was no longer used to comfort. She chose to sleep on the cold, damp floor instead of the soft, warm bed. Gemma didn't know what to feel. Back in her room, she flipped through old photos of the children. A strange thought crept in. Her daughter was starting to feel like a stranger. Her doubts grew as she noticed even Alice's way of walking had changed. She told Sam, but he brushed it off, saying Alice had endured so much. After all these years, some changes were only natural. Just then, the doorbell rang. A man named Lucas introduced himself as a former detective who had worked on another kidnapping case. He explained that Alice and Sophie had once been held together. Sam didn't want his daughter to relive the pain, but when he learned Sophie's parents had also never stopped searching for her, he reluctantly agreed. Alice's answers were puzzling. Lucas, with his experience, quickly sensed something was wrong. As he questioned her further, Alice unconsciously made a small gesture, the exact same one Sophie used to make when she was nervous. It matched Alice's own movements, too. When Sam saw his daughter didn't want to go on, he firmly asked Lucas to leave. But in Lucas's mind, an idea had already formed. Could Alice actually be Sophie? Why would Sophie pretend to be someone else? A few days later, Alice agreed to Lucas's proposal to return to the forest and find the place where they were held. With police protection, Alice led them deeper into the woods. She followed her instincts, moving farther and farther in. Suddenly, she stopped in front of the crowd. Taking a deep breath, she quickened her pace. Finally, she came to a halt. In front of her was a basement. Alice grew tense and uneasy. The police moved in to investigate. Lucas stepped closer to Alice and called out her name.
Sophie.